You may be seated. This is so exciting. Good afternoon. As the Dean of University of Maryland School of Nursing, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the School of Nursing. I'm so happy that you are able to be present and to participate in this event. In addition to the students, the faculty, the staff that are here in the room, as well as our alum, I'm excited that we have family and friends online. So when you came in, you could see all the messages that they were displaying, and we'll show that intermittently throughout the ceremony. So families that are online, we want to let you know that everything you write there, we can see it. So thank you for your unwavering support, and we would ask that you continue to send positive and encouraging messages to the students. This ceremony is a celebration that we started in 2014 through the vision and generosity of the Arnold P. Gold Foundation in collaboration with the American Association of Colleges in Nursing. As we continue to expand the vital role that nurses play as partners with other health professionals in the delivery of health care, it's an opportunity for us to embrace and acknowledge that nurses are really special and that we offer humanistic, patient-centered care, and that we treat our patients with both dignity and respect. This welcome ceremony is for Bachelor of Science students, but it's far more than a symbolic gesture. Today, you will officially be cloaked with your scrub jacket. You will receive a humanism pen. You will also get words of wisdom from our alumni and recite the nursing oath. The humanism pen is provided by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation and serves as a visual reminder for you that we are committed to maintaining the highest quality of care without losing sight of the importance of the human connection. And the words that you will see inscribed on the pen, it's all about keeping healthcare human. I urge each of you to wear the pen as a reminder of your commitment and the value of preserving the human connection. Over the last 2 days, you've been provided with a lot of information. How are you feeling about everything you've received? It's a lot, right? And so I would ask that you store that and put it in a safe place that you're able to come to, because we know that we front-loaded you with a lot of information, a lot of tips for success. But one of the important things that I hope you've been able to reflect on over the last 2 days, and that I hope you carry forward with your journey, is remembering why you came to nursing school. I hope that's a question that's been in your mind, because as you think about why you came to nursing school, you'll have to go back and revisit that over and over again, because when things get tough, that will be your guiding light, why you came, always remembering why. I know that each of you have your own reasons for why you decided to come to nursing school. Maybe you were sick as a child, or maybe you had a family member that was ill. Or maybe you had a different career altogether and decided, guess what? Nursing is a better fit for me. No matter what made your decision, we're happy that you're here. We all come with our own stories. I entered nursing school with a passion to make the difference in the lives of sick children. Over my 39-year career as a nurse, I've been able to realize that dream. I cared for sick children in the pediatric hospital while I was in nursing school. I worked in the neonatal intensive care unit, taking care of premature babies for over 20 years, and then traveled around the globe as a global health nurse leader to other countries like Ecuador, Brazil, Liberia, Nigeria, and Oman to help nurses in other countries improve care. Even today, as I lead this great school, I know that I'm making the difference in the lives of our students, our faculty, and staff, and that's something that's really core. Before I turn it over to our next speakers, I want to thank you for choosing University of Maryland School of Nursing as the place to start your nursing journey. It's important that we remember that we also selected you. We selected you for admission because we saw your accomplishments. We knew that you were qualified and ready for nursing school. So please know you belong here. If you're having any questions in your heart, I want you to know that you belong here and that we are ready to support you on your journey. I know that you will make your own contributions as you enter nursing, but that'll even start here right now as students. You'll start to make contributions. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our speakers for today. I want to introduce our distinguished alum speaker for today's program, Dr. Lane Price. I will share a little bit about her background because I'm sure you're going to be curious about her pathway and her accomplishments. Dr. Price is a family nurse practitioner and the School of Nursing two-time alum. She began her nursing career here at the Universities of Shady Grove, right where you are, earning her Bachelor's of Nursing in 2017. After several years in practice as a clinical nurse at MedStar Georgetown University and as a travel nurse specializing in anesthesia care for inpatient and outpatient procedures, she returned to the School of Nursing and earned her Doctorate of Nursing Practice degree. She was a Conway Scholar. Any Conway Scholars out there? Yes, I see a few hands. She was a Conway Scholar, and she served as a graduate teaching assistant here. She was also selected by the president to serve on the Students Leadership Institute as an entrepreneurial fellow and collaborated with an interdisciplinary team to bring Venture medical devices to market. Today, she practices as a primary care nurse practitioner and serves as an adjunct faculty member right here in the School of Nursing. She is passionate about helping students see both the challenges and the beauty of nursing. I watched her today on her YouTube platform where she shares encouragement and insight for nursing students that are navigating their own journey. Please join me in warmly welcoming our alumni, Dr. Lane Price.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. It feels great to be back. And honestly, it's crazy to think a little bit over a decade ago, I was sitting right where you guys were starting my nursing journey. But in some ways, it feels like it was just yesterday because I remember it so distinctly. Today, I just want to share a few reminders of things that I wish someone had told me as I started this exciting, challenging, and really life-changing season. A lot of the nursing school lessons that I learned right here were not only how to care for patients, but how to care for myself, how to work with others, and how to become the kind of professional that other people could trust. So let's get started. A few things at first. I want to talk about professionalism. Professionalism is not about being perfect or having it all together. It's about becoming someone that your patients, classmates, faculty, and future colleagues can trust. One part about that is being dependable. So dependable means showing up on time, replying to emails, communicating early when things change, and following through on the things that you say that you're going to do. And as a student, sometimes those expectations can feel very intense. And I know that I felt that way at times when I was getting started. But those habits matter because in nursing, dependability is directly connected to patient safety and team trust. Being on time for class means being on time for report, on time for medications, procedures, and ultimately quality patient care. Another part of professionalism is staying teachable and protecting your integrity. You have a lot that you've already learned, and there's still so much that you don't know, and that's okay. Nursing school will teach you and stretch you in ways that you've never been stretched before. But when someone is giving you feedback in class or a clinical or a simulation lab, try to receive it with humility. Stay curious, ask questions, ask why. Be honest about what you don't know. When things get stressful, protect your integrity. Do your own work. Don't cut corners. Don't take shortcuts that rob you of the learning that you're really going to need to be the best nurse. The assignments, care plans, simulations, and clinical experiences that you have here are not just hoops to jump through. They're helping to shape the way that you think and the way that you'll care for your patients. Secondly, I'll talk a little bit about scholarship. Scholarship is not just about grades, it's about learning how to think. One of the best things you can do in nursing school is to stay curious and keep asking why. Ask why a disease process affects the body in the way that it does. Ask why the patient's head of the bed needs to be elevated. Ask why you got a question wrong and why the better answer was correct. That habit of curiosity will follow you into practice because your patients are going to ask why too. And the more that you understand the rationale behind what you're doing, the better care you'll be able to take with them and to teach them how to take care of themselves. I would also encourage you to aim for excellence and not perfection. Many of you have worked incredibly hard to get here, and that comes with high standards, and that can definitely be a strength, but it can also be quite heavy. As a recovering perfectionist, I want to encourage you all to give yourself grace. Do your best. Take your studies seriously, but don't measure your entire worth on one exam grade, one clinical day, or one difficult week. Excellence allows room for growth. Perfection does not. And lastly, I just want to encourage you all to embrace community while you're here. One of the really special things about USG is that you have an opportunity to get to know the people around you and engage with people from other programs as well. Get to know your cohort. These are the people who will study with you, encourage you, remind you what that one professor said, share notes when you're sick, and understand what this season is like most people may not. And some of my closest friends today are still friends that I made when I was sitting right in your shoes now. I also want to encourage you to get to know your faculty, not only when you have a question about a test, but when you're thinking about your career, your goals, and the kind of nurse that you want to become. The faculty here can be incredible mentors, and one of the major reasons coming back to USG always feels like coming home is because I felt supported here, not just as a student, but as a person. And when you have the capacity, try to get plugged into the larger USG and UMB communities. There are opportunities for leadership, student organizations, mentorship, and connection beyond your immediate program. Nursing school can be demanding, but you don't have to go through it alone. So as you begin this journey, I want you to take it seriously, but I also hope that you savor moments of joy along the way. Stay dependable, stay teachable, stay curious, give yourselves grace, and build community. And remember that you're not just here to pass classes, you're becoming someone's future nurse. I wish you all the best, and I'm so excited for the journey ahead of you. Thank you.
Please join me in just giving a great appreciation for the words of wisdom and for your time. We don't take it lightly that you've taken your time away from work to spend with us. And I'm so absolutely delighted to hear you say that coming back to USG feels like coming home. And so that's just great. If you could come back, we would offer you a small gift and token of our appreciation for your time today. At our December graduation at the Hippodrome, our entry to practice graduates were so excited to welcome the next cohort of students into the program that they recorded some messages for you to hear.
Welcome to UMSON. Welcome to UMSON. Welcome to UMSON. Welcome to UMSON. You belong here. We're proof you can do amazing things here. you. Believe in yourself.
You got this. Believe in yourself.
You got this.
The future of nursing starts now. You got this.
Welcome to UMSON. Believe in yourself.
Welcome to UMSON. You belong here. The future of nursing starts now.
Welcome to UMSON.
Welcome to UMSON.
Believe in yourself. You got this. The future of nursing starts now.
I think it's always good to start the beginning of something with the end in mind. So it's so great to see all of them at graduation, and we look forward to seeing all of you at graduation as well. Now I am very pleased to introduce our invited speaker. She is no guest to USG. Dr. Jonna Goodwin is the chair of the School of Nursing program at the Universities of Shady Grove and an assistant professor. She is responsible for leading USG operations every day and overseeing the faculty, the staff, and students in the BSN and Doctor of Nursing Practice Family Nurse Practitioner program. Dr. Goodwin has been a faculty member for over 25 years in the School of Nursing and has extensive clinical practice experience. She served previously in a number of leadership roles, including the director of the BSN program. She has also stepped in graciously and served as the interim associate dean for student and academic services, not only once, but twice. Dr. Goodwin has been grant funded on numerous significant projects, including one designed to prepare nurses for care for culturally diverse populations. She was a collaborator on University of Maryland's initiatives to deliver interprofessional care to medically complex patients in a clinic for the uninsured. This work was recognized in 2020 with a prestigious national award from the National Center for Interprofessional Practice and Education, the George E. Thibault, MD Nexus Award, which recognizes exemplary interprofessional collaboration to improve patient and community outcomes. Dr. Goodwin earned her PhD in nursing education from Villanova, her master's in science and nursing adult nurse practitioner, and her bachelor's of science and nursing degrees from Temple University. We forgive her for not coming here. She is also a graduate of the American Association of College of Nursing's Leadership and Academic Nursing program. You will get to see Dr. Goodwin almost every day. She's amazing. So please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Goodwin.
Thank you, Dean Oakblue, for the introduction. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, family, and friends online. Let me start by saying that I am a firm believer in shared energy. And my hope is that something I share today with you will stay and will find its way back to you when you need it most. To quote the poet laureate Kendrick Lamar, I've got loyalty and royalty inside my DNA. I love that line because it reminds me of where I came from. I am the daughter of a village of family members, teachers and friends who encouraged me, supported me, expected me to graduate from college and build a meaningful career as a nurse. Their belief in me became part of my belief in myself. And as you can see, many of those expectations eventually became reality. It can appear that there was a grand plan or a carefully designed roadmap behind my journey. It might seem like each step naturally led to the next. Med-Surg registered nurse, clinical leader, adult nurse practitioner, faculty member, educational leader. In reality, there was no grand plan. Mixed in with the excitement of new opportunities and the drive to pursue the next challenge was fear, failure, and self-doubt. And that list of accomplishments is only one part of the story. You see, it could have turned out differently. During my first attempt at college, attending my uncle's alma mater, Howard University, I struggled socially and academically in ways I had never experienced before. The embarrassment was overwhelming. The story I told myself about what those struggles meant prevented me from seeking out. And instead of reaching out, I withdrew. And I failed spectacularly. I'll spare you the gory details, but I returned home with a new companion, failure. Soon, failure invited another companion along, self-doubt. Was I really meant to be a nurse? Was I smart enough for college? What I had once viewed as an expectation was now really a big question mark. But eventually, self-doubt gave way to reflection. Most importantly, I reflected on what had gone wrong and what needed to change. I decided I was capable. I decided I still wanted to be a nurse. My village encouraged me to regroup, reassess, and begin again. I leaned into my own version of AI, I'm not coining this phrase, ancestral intelligence. The wisdom of those who came before me, the people who knew me best, and the lessons learned through experience. I began developing some wisdom of my own. Control the narrative, manage your inner critic, were not popular phrases then, but that is exactly what I learned to do. I stopped allowing fear and self-doubt to write my story. I started challenging the story I was telling myself. Eventually, small wins became greater gains. What once felt insurmountable became manageable. What once seemed impossible became achievable. And eventually, success returned. I was back on the path toward becoming the person I wanted to be. Let me be clear, fear, failure, and self-doubt did not disappear. They still make appearances from time to time, like when I was writing the speech. Am I saying too much? Don't share that. The difference is that I learned how to respond to them. I learned to seek guidance. I learned to ask for help. I learned to trust my preparation. And I learned that my inner critic did not deserve to have the final word. And as you begin your journey in nursing, there may be moments, not may, will be moments when you question yourself. Some of you may find that transition easier than others, and some of you may encounter challenges you never anticipated. Some of you may wonder whether you truly belong here, but we've been telling you you do belong here. And if that moment comes, I hope you remember this. Struggle does not mean you do not belong. Needing help does not mean you are unprepared. Experiencing failure does not mean you are finished. Sometimes those experiences are our greatest teachers. I really could have done without some of those painful lessons that came my way, but those experiences shaped me into the nurse, the educator, the leader, and the person I am today. Nursing is one of the greatest loves of my life. I sit in gratitude for a profession that allows me to make a difference, be of service to my community, and build a meaningful life. Through nursing, I have cared for others, continued to grow, and become a better human being. And as you begin this journey, there will be exams that challenge you, clinical experiences that stretch you, and moments that test your confidence. When those moments come, remember that fear, failure, and self-doubt may travel with you, but they do not get to drive. Lean on your village, trust the wisdom of those who walk beside you, seek guidance when you need it, give yourself grace, celebrate the small wins, because one day, sooner than you think, you will look back and realize that the nurse you hope to become is already taking shape. Welcome to nursing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Goodwin. That was just amazing. We started this 2 years ago because I wanted you to understand that as faculty, as nurse leaders, even as a dean, we've walked your path. We understand you. So when we're standing in front of you, whether in the classroom or at a podium, I want you to understand that many of us have the same lived experience that you have, and that we're rooting for you, and at the same time understanding. So thank you, Dr. Goodwin, for really sharing your story. Students, we are now ready for the exciting part that your family is waiting for online. We are going to begin the cloaking ceremony. I would ask Dr. Nicole Smith, co-director of the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program and assistant professor, and Dr. Angelica Fernandez-Dijon, assistant professor, to lead us in the cloaking of our new students. I would also invite Dr. Katie McElroy, associate dean for the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program, and associate professor, to distribute pens, and Nicole Nash, the director of development, to distribute the alumni words of wisdom to students. If you could please come forward.
All right, it's time. I would like to invite our new Bachelor's of Science in Nursing entry students to be cloaked. I would ask that 5 faculty and alumni to please come forward. Students, please come forward with your scrub jacket and name card as we cue your row. When you come to the front, please hand me your name card, and I will announce each student's name. Once your name has been announced, please pair with the faculty or alum, hand them your scrub jacket for cloaking, and then please face the audience. Once all students on the stage have been cloaked, you will exit to the right and receive congratulations from DeNobleu, your Honor P. Gold Foundation pen from Dr. McElroy, and your alumni words of encouragement from Nicole Nash. Once everyone has returned to their seats after cloaking, we will take part in the pinning and the oath. We'll invite the first row to come on up. Kayla Forsyth. Nicole Pedraza. Zion Ashley Valenzuela. Rain Aina Vituk. Chloe Strachan. You may now cloak your students. All right, Shema Mounier. Manuela de Araujo. Ann Bear. Guinevere Heckas. Kalina Tao. You may now cloak your students. Gabriela Nelson. Jorge Ferrari Escoto. Karen Urejeta Montana. Genevieve Calderon. Costas Thompson. All right, you may now cloak your students. Fia Morris. Paris Sharma. Lana Kalani. Mina Aruz. Matthew Benji Santos. You may now cloak your students. Olivia Ajang. Richard Cabogoza. Mursal Sahibazada. David Marquez. Sarah Fuentes. You may now cloak your students. Alpha Ba. Alexa Phillips. Alexandra Matthews. Haley Cespedes. Angelique Thomas. You may now cloak your students. Madeline Lewis. Julie Sue. Rachel Gumnick. Daniel Sun. Roslyn Brell. You may now cloak your student. Joy Jemfi. Panina Wanjinkyu. Hui Fan. Siva Sarvestani. Joy Nyangoma. You may now cloak your student. Rosangeli Hall. Rena Nasser. Busaba Geze. Delia Van Wert. Charlene Claire Soriano. You may now cloak your student. Ruzdale Akobe. Belty Navoma. Yennefer Ruiz. Ekram Omaridin. Samar Hashemian. You may now cloak your student.
I am going to request the faculty to stay. The cloak, okay, very good. So we are going to continue on. We have Darlene Sanchez Magana, Angel Lazaro, Kayla Basilio, Lindsay DeCady, Aisha Naik. You may now cloak your student. Sasha Rodriguez. Clarine Gail Miranda. Nina Fatima Denglaza. Michael Morier. Catherine Cedillo. You may now cloak your student. Tazmira Tazreen. Karen Santos Ayala. Mackenzie Hook. Jacqueline Lozano. Blessing Tigan. You may now cloak your student. Rachel Dubow. Z. Lee. Jasmine Brown. Alicia Withers. Eileen Lee. You may now cloak your student. Naomi Goldstein. Jennifer Lopez. Angela Del Cid. Melody Wen. Julie Lessin. You may now cloak your student. Carly Sefik. Elena Revillo. Ashley Gill. Karen Davalos. Alma Nunez Ramirez. You may now cloak your student. Paria Shigrigani. Min Tamle. Alison Voslo. Eric Lynn Tia. Yadira Guevara. You may now cloak your student. Nathaya Jaya Wardina. Karen Braun Reyes. Fiorella Simon. Chloe Theresa Jenna. Maniratu Wedrago. You may now cloak your student. Abinet Arfazo. Sarun Burki. Dine Dode Christie. Grace Igila. Alice Q. You may now cloak your student. Exose Kasaka. Temelulu Dareyamola. Janelle Amponza. Antoinette Benin Oidragu. Kevin Miranda. You may now cloak your student. Josefina Jarian. Alviva Azran. Tiara Kanan. Mariama Kolibali. Nathan George. Ledia Berhanu. You may now cloak your student. Thank you, faculty and alumni cloakers. You may return to your seats. Congratulations to our new Bachelor of Science in Nursing students. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, Dr. Crystal Devance Wilson, Assistant Professor and Vice Chair of the University of Maryland School of Nursing at USG, will come to the podium to lead pinning and recitation of the Welcome Ceremony Pledge. Dr. Wilson.
Thank you, Dr. Fernandez-Dizon. As Dean Ogbalu indicated at the beginning of our program, can you guys hear me? Okay, I don't want to, go too low. As Dean Ogbalu indicated at the beginning of our program, the Arnold P. Gold Foundation pin that you will receive today, that you have received today, is meant to serve as an ongoing reminder of the deep commitment that you are making to always provide the highest quality of care, while never losing sight of the importance of the human connection. I also hope that for each of you, this commitment to maintaining the human connection and keeping healthcare human will be a reminder of how important it is to maintain that human connection, not only while you are functioning as a student and a professional nurse, but in everything you do. If we seek to shape a more just and compassionate world with a real commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion for all people in all places, then an important first step in that process is to see, understand, and appreciate the human and dignity of every individual. So although it may be a small pin, I hope that it calls you to a larger vision of the better world that you can help create, and that it reminds you to keep humanism in everything that you do. Students, at this time, I would ask you to rise and stand together as a group. Now, everyone take your pin and attach it to the left side of your scrub jacket. How we doing? Good? Great. Congratulations on stepping into your roles as future nurses and for helping to ensure that we all work together to keep healthcare human and to honor the basic humanity of all those that we will meet along the way. Thank you in advance for your commitment. I'm going to ask you to remain standing for the recitation of the Welcome Ceremony Pledge. Faculty and alumni, if you would also stand to join me in the recitation. In addition to your program, The pledge is also being displayed on the screen. Please recite it along with me. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality of care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. Act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. Apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. Exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. Accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. Promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I make this pledge voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am trusted by the public. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, I'd like to invite Dean Ogbalu back to the podium.
Wow, congratulations to all of you. And thank you to the family and friends online. I've seen a lot of messages of joy, congratulations. I see blowing kisses and hearts and all kinds of things that I hope you, the students, didn't miss. Your family and friends that are joining us are cheering for you. I wanted to just give a shout out to the family and friends online. I wanted you to know that our students will need your support over the next 2 years. They will be working hard and may not be available to engage in activities that they normally are able to engage in. Please give them grace as they prioritize their learning. We recognize that you will miss them and it might be challenging for a little while. But in the end, when you see them reaching their goal at graduation, we promise you it will be all worth it. Students, as we welcome you to the nursing community, I would like to acknowledge the critical role that alumni play in the current and future success of our school. Currently, we have more than 26,000 alumni that give their time, talent, and treasure to ensure that the future generations of nurses complete their programs at University of Maryland. Thanks to the generosity of our alumni, you have each received the gift of your scrub jacket. In addition to the jacket, our alum have also taken the time to write individual messages for you, encouraging you throughout your nursing program. It was the hope of our alumni that these gifts would make you feel welcomed into the profession and that they would ease the burden of your transition. As you continue your educational journey, remember this gesture that was inspired by this support. And when you graduate and enter the profession, consider offering similar encouragement and support to the students that follows you. Now, let's take a moment to recognize our alum that are online and our alum that are in attendance in the room for their generosity and support of the school. Thank you, alum, and would you please stand? Thank you so much. Students, as you navigate your journey to becoming a nurse, there will be many faculty and staff, and you've heard from quite a few of them over the last couple of days, that will say to you, reach out to me if you need support. Please know that we mean it, and we hope that you will reach out to us. Today, I would especially like to acknowledge the offices of admissions, registration, and student placements. academic and career success, and Bridget Bard, Forget Williams, and Charmaine Arias-Pessin. These offices and these individuals have been responsible for all matters related to admissions, course registration, clinical placement, academic support services, student and career success programming for all the programs at UMSON and at the universities of Shady Grove. Please reach out to them if you need more assistance. To all of our staff, thank you, and if you could please stand and be recognized. As we close, I want to express my appreciation to Dr. Goodwin for sharing her journey, and to Dr. Smith and Dr. Fernando Desdizon for reading the students' names, to Dr. McElroy, Nicole Nash, and Dr. DeVance Wilson for assisting in the program along with our faculty that cloaked the students. And also, most of all, our distinguished alumni guest speaker, Dr. Lang Price. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to everybody that joined us virtually. A special thanks to the Arnold P. Gold Foundation and the American Association of College of Nursing for providing the Humanism pens. Thank you all for being here and for being part of this really important welcome ceremony. Congratulations, students, and welcome. As we conclude, I would ask that you join me for a group photograph so that we can remember this moment. The photograph will be out in the lobby near the stairs. When you exit through the main doors, you will go to the rear of the room. So thank you so much, and congratulations.